Good morning, Americans. This is your favorite alien here on the morning of Monday, February 19th, 2024, President's Day. And the first, I would say, 30 presidents could get in their graves and look at you guys and say, what the blank are you doing? Okay? Because since Roosevelt in 1933 to present presidents, you have messed up the world, and it was already kind of messed up. I mean, you've had 2 world wars, actually 4 of them, if you count the other ones that you don't count as world wars. And you've had plenty of people dying over the centuries. I mean, the Romans, you look at their battles, sometimes 30,000, 40,000, 50,000 died. Yeah, okay. You don't see that these days, do you? And you're saying, oh, well, we lost 6 million Jews. Yeah, the Romans killed a lot more than that. But the problem, Americans, that you have is you never have adhered to your doctrine and your prime directive. And you know what they are. I mentioned them numerous times. The second thing is you have developed political affiliations, which you cannot run a country like that. Whether you're Republican or Democrat, independent, conservative, or liberal, extremist rightists and extremist leftists. That does not work. You can't have your own agendas and your own views on something that it relates to 335 million people. Okay? It does not work. You have to look at the 335 million people and develop answers for them. Also, when you become a nation state, and you are what you call advanced, and you have proven that you're not advanced Americans because, heck, Donald J. Trump proves it, the Republican Party proves it, the Democratic Party, it definitely proves it, and your president since Franklin Delano Roosevelt and later, prove it. Disastrous. I mean, you can excuse Calvin Coolidge. He was put there because they didn't know where to put him. And, he didn't know what to do when he came into power in 1923. And in spite of the Teapot Dome scandal, he still won the 24 elections. Well, look at who the Democrats put as up there for president. Oh, boy. In the 24 election. It's almost like today. 100 years later, we haven't learned a thing, have we? Now you're saying, oh, Ukraine's going to lose to Russia because, and look at what happened to poor Mr. Navalny. Oh, boy. Navalny, wow, he went against Putin and he knew. He went back to Russia on his own, so he knew what he was going to get. That's what you people don't realize. Putin is Putin because that's the way Russia is. It was under the Tsars, it was under the Soviets, and it is under Putin. The same type thing. Totalitarian state. Okay? I mean, the Romanovs, some of them were cheesy, like Nicholas II. Oh, well, we got Rasputin. But then you had Ivan the Terrible. Ooh! And he was terrible, wasn't he? Or how about Peter, you call him the Great? Oh, was he vicious? Ooh! Catherine the Great. Oh, yeah, I don't know why you call him the Great either. Peter the Great, Catherine the Great. What did she do that was great? All she did is have dances with swords on people's lives before they got... So you see, this is the problem you have, Americans. Plus, you also brought nations out there, and you call it the United Nations. Oh, what a joke. because they weren't ready to be nations. Hey, you put the nationalist Chinese as part of the Security Five, along with the Soviet Union, the United States, France, and Britain, who were disastrous after World War II, and of course the United States. And they had veto power. Can you imagine the national Chinese under Chiang Kai-shek, which was no better than Mao Zedong? And then Nixon, underhanded in 1971, gave the seat over to the communist China. And you guys decided that you don't need the two-China policy. We don't recognize Taiwan's independence anymore. So you guys created this. See what I mean? Also, the United Nations and the Americans have created Israel and the Palestinian situation. Bad. You created 9/11 because of what you did, and you don't understand why even today. Does it take an alien from another planet to look at your thing and say, this is what you guys did? I know that because we had the same stupid things in our history. Centuries ago, almost 2.5 millennia ago, but we had them. And 2.5 millennia later, we have learned from them, something that you haven't learned a lick. Because here you got an election, and you don't have anybody to run for president of the United States. Oh, Joseph Biden. Yeah, really. He should be saying, okay, Mr. President, thank you, but January 21st, 2025, we'll see you later. Have a good retirement. Yo, bye. Yeah. Who do you got left after that? Well, unless you bring up any of your old Democrats from the grave, you got Kamala Harris. Well, you could also bring up, Al Smith, if you remember him. Now, there was a Democrat, but he was Catholic. Oh, boy, yeah. See what I mean? Then you got a problem with, the Congress doesn't want to come back with the Republicans because they don't want to give money to Ukraine. Why should they give money to the Ukraine? Really? And I don't mean this anti-Ukraine or pro-Ukraine or anything like that. I just mean is, where is the situation that you got yourself into the Ukraine mess in the first place? And then you created NATO countries out of the Baltic states and all the ones that are surrounding Russia. And you know that Putin and his cohorts want those states back. Yeah. What are they going to do with them? Well, that's their business. That's not yours. Because those states haven't come in and said, we want to be part of a society, human society. They're still with their own societies over there, same as Americans, Canadians, British, Chinese, Russians. You are still, this is the way we want to do business. And look at the Americans. You're so divided, you don't even know how to do business yourselves. And yet you want to give billions of dollars to these countries. And what are they going to do with it? Really? Kill each other, right? Oh, yeah. Oh, we're going to save our own democracy. Yeah. What is there to save? Really? Look at your country and look at the way you're going. Is there anything to save? No. So until you realize where your problems are and what you got to do, you are doomed for extinction. And that's the way you're heading. This is your favorite alien saying, oh boy, they got watermelons in their brains and they don't even know what the hell to do. Good day.